Let me just show you exactly how much revenue I made with this brand new store in the first 7 days of launching it in 2025. And I'll walk you through this entire process and how I got to this level step by step. So first things first, I needed to find a product, and I used the same method I always use. I used the meta ads library method to do my product research, and this is how it actually goes. So if you look at my screen here, just jump on the computer. What you're gonna do is you're gonna go to the ads library, and here you're gonna select the country first, put that as United States. You're gonna pick all ads, and then you're gonna type in some common dropshipping words. For example, free shipping or 10% off or buy one, get one free, for example. Those common phrases that most dropshippers use. Then we're gonna go to the filter section, and we're gonna mess around with these a little bit. So first of all, we're gonna put the language to English. Advertisers, we're gonna put as all advertisers. Platform, we're gonna leave as is. Media type, we're gonna pick videos. And then we're gonna still filter by all the active ads. And then the impressions by date, we're gonna filter that to be last seen 15 to 5 days ago, essentially. And so this was back then. And I filtered it by January 5th to January 15th. And this means that I will now be able to see all the recent ads that are running but hasn't been scaled up enough yet, because they've been running for at least 5 days, but maximum 15. So no one can really scale up to, multiple 5 figures, like 50K ad spend or 100K ad spend per month. And so this is right in the sweet spot where it's been running for long enough that it's actually proven, but not long enough for people to actually scale it. So we're gonna apply these 4 filters, and then we'll be seeing a bunch of different dropshipping ads. So from here, it's just about looking at all the dropshipping ads that you're seeing and then figuring out which product here is a winning product. And so obviously it needs to solve a real world problem. It needs to have a wow factor and have a high perceived value. And so here you'll just be scrolling through all the videos, doing a research, and then at some point you find a product. And so with a little bit of movie magic, now you'll be able to see a product. I just did a little bit of research, and this essentially fits the criteria quite well. And so when I found a winning product, what I'm looking for here is to do a little bit of competitor analysis. So this would be a competitor. And what I look at is things like they're not running too many ads, and I look at their page likes because I want to make sure that they're not too big. And so what I can do is I can go in the about section and I can see how many Facebook page likes they have. Usually people would buy followers for their Instagram because it looks good, but on Facebook, no one buys it. So this gives me a good indication into how long this actually been going on for. And ideally here, I'm looking for the Facebook page to have less than 500 likes total. And as you can see, these people only have 146. So this is perfect. Now that I found my product, it's then time to build. So if you've watched any of my videos, you know that I always use Shrine Theme Pro to build all of my stores because this is by far the highest converting theme that I know. And so let me put you onto the computer right now and let me show you an example of how the product page looks like. So here you'll see Clip Mirror. This is another brand that I ran for a little bit to test out. And so this is not the exact same product that I used for this store, but the layout and everything is the exact same. So if we run through the product page a little bit, what you'll see is that everything is very branded and everything is very clean. And this is the product page. As you can see here, I emphasize a lot on testimonials and I have a heavy discount. So here people will save 50% compared to, the original price that I just made up. Also, they get free shipping and gifts, and I make sure that they can actually see what it is that they're getting for free with their purchase. And then looking at the images, they're very clean, they're very professional looking, and it gives people a very good idea of what exactly is the product and what will they be getting. Also, of course, I have some urgency and scarcity, low stock, order now before we sell out, and more testimonials. From there, we go into the copy and I try to sell people and also have gifts showcasing exactly how the products work. And I didn't make any of this. All these gifts and images that you see, I didn't make any of this. I just took it from other competitors. So scrolling past the gifts, I have an FAQ showcasing exactly and answering every single common question that people might have with this. Obviously here you also just use your competitors to see what other people are asking for. And then again, more social proof, more testimonials showcasing that there's 373 reviews, 5 stars, all of them with images. And again, everything is very branded. You can see this blue color going through the entire website, also with the logo, with the buttons, with the headlines. And so everything looks very professional. And if a stranger was to come to this product page and see it, they would 100% believe that this is a real brand selling a real product, being a real business. So now that the store was done and fully built out, now it's just time for me to connect it with my private supplier. And that means that I get completely branded tracking pages, I get 100% automated fulfillment, and then I don't have to deal with any of the nonsense from AutoDS or SendDrop. And so with this product, I had 3 different variations and I managed to negotiate different prices with my supplier. So variation number 1, I sold for $50 and it cost me $19 to buy it plus shipping. Variation 2, I sell for $60 and it also cost me $19. And then variation 3, I sell for $70 and it cost me $23 to buy and ship to the United States. From there, my store and fulfillment is all good. I can essentially start making orders now, and so now it's just time to set up the ads. And when it comes to meta advertising, I like to keep it very short and simple. And so I just have one CBO campaign with $50 budget. And this is essentially my testing campaign that I'll run for 3 to 4 days. So inside that CBO campaign, I then have 5 different audiences with 4 different creatives per ad set. All these creatives are the same in each ad set, but I'm just trying to see if any audience will perform better than another. So here's exactly what happened with the store in the first 7 days, and I'm gonna break it down to you day by day. Okay guys, I've just completed the 7-day challenge of running a brand new dropshipping store and taking it from scratch and seeing where I can take it in 7 days in 2025 to see if it's even profitable to run dropshipping stores these days. And so let's just go through the results. I'm in my bedroom, we're getting ready for a trip. I have my computer here, and so let me just share all the numbers with you and share my screen, and we'll see how it turned out. Okay, so what happened on day number 1? Day number 1's results, they were quite small but very powerful. So if you look here and what I share with you, we spent $26 in ad spend and made $60 back in revenue. So we sold 1 unit. After the cost of goods sold, the ad spend and the fees, we actually ended up with a profit of just around $11, which definitely doesn't pay the bills, but it proved that the store was alive and this product can actually sell. So going into day 2, we can see that the momentum really starts to kick in, and the results for day 2 were way better than I actually expected. So we started scaling up, and so we spent $100 in ad spend. We did $320 in revenue, and after all the cost of goods sold and all the fees, we profited $70.58. And so the sales tripled, and I knew this product had potential, and that's a great sign. So I was very optimistic going into day 3. So day 3 was really a bit of a reality check for me. It wasn't so fun, I don't think you can call it that. So if you look at the numbers, I spent $108 in ad spend and I made just shy of $200 in revenue. But after all the cost of goods sold and all the fees, I actually profited negative $4. And so this is a good reminder that even the gurus you see online, like it's not all just sunshine and rainbows, okay? Not every day will be a win. I lost a few bucks, but I stuck to the plan and I kept on going. Going into day 4, we definitely got back on track, and the results for day 4 were actually very decent. Nothing wild, but a good bounce back from what we had the day before. So we spent $90 in ads, we made $225 in revenue, and profited $33. So this is why I don't kill campaigns too early, and that's why you need to let things run for a little bit. Because some days just need adjusting and some days are just plain bad and just need to move on from it. But then comes day 5, and this was where I had the really big breakthrough. And day 5 was really like the one. Results were exactly what I wanted to see. And so looking into the numbers here, we spent $118 in ads, got back $450 in revenue, and profited $151. And ROAS was just right where it needed to be. This was an amazing day and really good to see these type of results after we had day 3 with negative, and then day 4 kind of bouncing back, and now we're just riding that trend up. Now coming into day 6, it was all about consistency, and here we just showed solid numbers. It was nothing explosive, but it was a very clean profit, still up from the day before. And so we spent $100 in ad spend, made back $441, and profited $157. So if we take just these numbers and I say, okay, I can average these numbers every single day for a month, not even scale anything, I mean, that's still a good salary for most people. That's like $4,500. Anyways, we keep moving on here, and then day 7, this is where it started to slow down. And here, unfortunately, we don't have the grandiose finale that we all hope for. This is real life, and I'm just being transparent with you. So day 7 here, things really slowed down a lot, not gonna lie. Like, they dipped hard. And so if we look at the numbers, we spent $99 on ads, made back $132 in revenue, and then after the cost of goods sold and the fees, we profited negative $21. Honestly, it just happens. You can't win them all. This is real life dropshipping, and sometimes you just have bad days and you just need to move on from those. So now we've gone over what happened day by day. right? Let's try and break down exactly what the overall numbers are for this week-long challenge and what actually happened. What are the final numbers total? So the total amount of revenue that we made from this store in 7 days was $1,828.45. To make that revenue, we obviously had to spend some money on ads, and we spent $642 in ad spend, and the product cost we had, the cost of goods sold, was $681. And then the fees we had to pay for Shopify and all these different things were $109. And just a quick note on the cost of goods sold and this like expense breakdown. Most people you see online won't actually show you all of the expenses, like these fees, for example. It would be easy for me and for a lot of other people to just say, hey, I'm not gonna include the fees because either they're too minuscule, so I'm just gonna put them in the profits. But I'm here to show you what real life is and what dropshipping profits actually look like. So what is the final net profit after running this store for 7 days? Well, the grand total comes out to $395.52. Bottom line, that comes out to a net profit margin of 21% after running a store for 7 days with absolutely zero data. So you might be sitting there thinking, like, was this luck? Can I even do this, Rasmus? And I'm here to tell you, it was absolutely not luck. Remember, I've been doing this for a long time, and I've really dialed in on my own system. So I know exactly what to look for in products, I know exactly how to set up the stores, and I've ran a shit ton of meta ads over the years. And so I'm just following the exact blueprint that I've been using for years to launch, scale, and exit multiple different dropshipping stores and making $1.5 million in revenue in that process. And do you know what the best part is about it? Is that all the knowledge is in my brain and I can keep doing this forever. So if you want to learn how to do the exact same as I did, I actually have a mentorship that you can apply for. This is a completely one-on-one live mentorship with me where I'll show you exactly how to find the products, how to set up the store, launch the ads, and I will teach you until you're literally sick of me teaching you my system. To the point where you're like, Rasmus, I know exactly what I need to do and what the next steps are. I don't need you to coach me anymore. And so if you want more information on my live one-to-one dropshipping mentorship, I have an application form down below where you can read more about it, apply for a call with me, and then I can guide you through how the program actually looks like. But guys, that's it for this video. If you did find some value, I'd highly appreciate it if you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. That would massively help me out. And if you have any questions, just drop them down below. I'll be happy to answer anything you might want answers to, and then I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye.